say the homie in the mirror is a confident, ambitious, easily influenced, hardworking, big dreamer.
What's your favorite thing about the man in the mirror?
How easily he absorbs new information. That sets him apart, and that allows him to have the tenacity to try new things. I'm always willing to learn and favor something new.
What's your least favorite thing about the man in the mirror?
This guy gets insecure sometimes about things that in retrospect don't really matter, but he has the hindsight to realize his failures. But if I didn't have to go through those insecurities, I wouldn't have to learn from them. So that's one thing I suffer from.
What's the first thing the man in the mirror does when they wake up?
Try to figure out what day it is, first of all. And from there on, you go and you challenge the day. Take on the day, grab your phone, check the time, and let's get it.
What is the number one driving force in the man in the mirror's life? What is your North Star?
North Star, family is a big component of it. Like every man, you want to leave a legacy as well. And your legacy can't just be based on money. You want to have changed and touched as many lives as you possibly can, especially within your own domain, and leave the world a better place than what you found.
How does the man in the mirror see blockchain technology evolving and disrupting various industries in the South African context, and how should people prepare themselves to take advantage of it?
The best way I think blockchain will touch African lives is it'll bring the much needed unity where there's a great amount of disunity. Blockchain, with unity you require trust. With the unity you require transparency. Something that we haven't gotten from our leaders. Blockchain democratizes all of that and puts essentially trust, transparency, and security in the technology, and allows people to trust their vision for something. You build a financial platform and you build the things that are completely fair, that remove absolutely all discrimination, and you give it to the people and watch what the people will do for themselves. Not everybody's chasing the American dream. Not everybody wants to live in high-rise in Manhattan. You just want access to equal opportunity. You want to live the life that you choose. And just because you choose to live that life doesn't mean that you should be left out. There should always be a platform, a financial, economic platform you can always tap back into once you're ready to integrate with society. Blockchain allows for that, and that's why it should be a priority for Africa.
The man in the mirror runs an urban farm called AfriLeague. Tell us about the good work you guys are doing on rooftops in Johannesburg CBD.
Well, with AfriLeague, it came as a brainchild to, again, disrupt an industry. Disruption is key, and I think everybody should think about how they can disrupt any industry. It came because there's one major player that controls everything in the whole country so far as that crop goes, and I thought to break that monopoly by coming up with the idea of a 4-season hop house, whereas hops, the main ingredient beer, only grows once a year. And I figured if I can grow it 4 times a year, I don't need the hectares and hectares of land. So I came up with this concept to build a rooftop run by hydroponics as a technique for farming. And that allowed me to produce hops in a place where it hadn't been available anywhere in the history of time. And that opened up an ecosystem that otherwise was stuck into a specific region of the country.
What advice would the man in the mirror give a kid watching this who also wants to get into urban farming but doesn't have the funds to start?
Do what you can with what you have, where you're at. You can always meet someone that will meet you. Like, farming is a very collaborative space. Farming is always a place where people are willing to work together and achieve great things. So you meet like-minded people and you realize how insignificant the finance is to the greater scheme of things once you actually start.
If the man in the mirror was a Jay-Z song, what song would he be and why?
The motivation for me is them telling me what I could not be. So ambitious is basically what it is. And that speaks to the always challenging the norms, always trying to break up monopolies, always trying to do things and venture uncharted land, and have the audacity and ambitions by Jay-Z on Blueprint 3 embodies that.
If the man in the mirror wasn't a tech entrepreneur or an urban farmer, what would he be doing?
What would he be doing? Something different. I'd be in robotics. I'd be trying to mission and find things in space exploration. I'd be in culture, something that moves, something that I can leave a legacy behind. Whatever it is, it would have to be the first of something.
The man in the mirror receives an email from Marvel Studios and they want to make your very own Marvel character who is the villain. What is the name of this character and what are their superpowers? And what is their reason for wanting to destroy the world?
It'd be very much similar to Michael B. Jordan's character on Black Panther, or Bane from Batman. Is looking for equality in an injustice society. And if that means some people have to suffer for it, like Malcolm X, by any means, it has to happen.
What is the man in the mirror's proudest moment?
Proudest moment is looking back of where I was and having the audacity to dream. Being stuck at home, living with your mom, just trying to stick to a vision and trusting that it will happen is the biggest achievement that I could say that I'm happy about. Oh, and get married to Albert.
What is the man in the mirror's deepest regret?
Deepest regret is waiting for opportune time to do certain things. There'll never be a good time to sail. So just go, whether the storms are bad or good, just fly out.
The man in the mirror has just won an award. What award did he win and who did he thank in his acceptance speech?
A homie just stood up to accept a lifetime achievement award for a social good. The number of lives he's touched, the number of facilities he's built that are futuristic and help a lot of kids that ease the path for them to succeed for themselves. And I thank my mother, I thank my dearest wife, I thank my family for all the support and belief in me.
If aliens were to land on Earth long after we're gone and they stumbled upon the remnants of humanity, how do you think the man in the mirror will be remembered by our extraterrestrial successors?
They will see effort in various industries. They will see a beat down space station with crates and just like secondary things, and they will see that somebody was trying something, to build something, to leave something. Even if it didn't happen, they will see that somebody was trying something over here. Just to do something with space exploration, something in food, just something that is a backyard of a township trying to change somebody's life.